Hi everyone, welcome to a first in hopefully a series of videos aimed at absolute beginners to the physical practice of yoga. This will be about 40-45 minutes long, and I'll introduce you into some of the broader concepts around the way that we breathe during our practice, so things that we look for to help us expand our bodies to allow more breath in. I'll look at a few of the basic postures, particularly from a forest yoga perspective. So we'll go through a few postures on their own in isolation, look at the broad alignment, how to figure out if it feels right for your body, and then we'll link a couple of them together to come into like a mini flowing sequence. Prop wise, all you're going to need is one block or two if you've got two handy. Obviously a yoga mat, and then space to practice. So to begin with, let's come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Sit bones down. If you feel like the thighs are quite high up, or there's lots of tension in the hips or the lower back, then use one of your blocks to sit on. Give yourself a little bit more height. This gives you some more space to allow the thighs to relax on their own, some more space to soften into the lower back. Once you're comfortable, close down your eyes. Or if that feels a little bit too confronting to start off with, just gaze towards the floor. And to begin with, just notice how your breath is in your body. And by that I mean, do you feel like you have a nice deep long inhale, a complete exhale, or is your breath a little bit shallow or restricted? Whatever you feel is perfectly right. Just take a few moments at the start of our practice to notice things about our body so that we get really anchored into feeling. And then start to notice the motion in the chest, little lift of the collarbones. Maybe a softening down of the shoulders as you exhale. And then notice the distribution of your weight. So you might feel like you're leaning a little bit forward, maybe you're leaning a little bit back. My default is usually to lean a little bit to the right. Don't try to change any of these things, just take the space and the time to notice your body. And then start to feel as though your collarbones, the head, lift up away from the pelvis, lifting our body towards the sky. And feel how that immediately gives you more space in the belly and the lower ribs for a deeper breath. Once you're accustomed to that seated position, start to lengthen your inhale, focusing on drawing more breath in. Feel your belly ballooning open, your ribs move. And then exhale, see if you can consciously relax the shoulders. So we have a sense of broadening and lifting up as we breathe in, and then exhaling to soften back down to the mat. A few more breaths like that, feeling into the space on your mat. Notice how your attention starts to get a little bit more focused. Maybe the noisy thoughts in the brain start to calm down or slow down a little. And even if you've never practiced a physical asana before, then even the act of sitting here, focusing on your breath, being aware of your body, that is still the practice of yoga. So you've already started to practice. So take your hands now and place them on the side ribs, up near the armpits. So you have a gentle rest of the hands in, and continue to breathe deeply and feel the motion of your ribs. And start lengthening your breath once again. Strong breathe in. Exhale, let everything soften up once again. So we feel into this gentle expansion, contraction of the upper ribs, along with the breath. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. Feel for how big you can get that motion. So you use your strong inhale to almost press the ribs out. Slow, smooth exhale to soften once again back towards the center. Let's do one more together. And once you've had your exhale, relax the hands once again. So that kind of big chest breath is something that we want to stay connected with as we move through the poses. Now, that breath is pretty much just at the top of the chest. And one of the things that we want to avoid is only breathing up here. So if you think about the times that when you're stressed or you've got a fright, your immediate reaction is just this short breath up at the top of the lungs. And that's something that we want to avoid. We want to take the breath down towards the belly, the lower ribs, so that we're using all of the chest to breathe, and that's a lot more soothing for the nervous system. So try to stay aware of the motion in the upper ribs, but now take the hands down to the lower ribs. Spread your fingers so you've got a good contact with your body, and start to breathe deeply once again. It might be a little bit more difficult to connect to this part of your ribs, but if you focus on breathing strongly, smoothly and deeply, you'll start to feel a little bit of motion. So we're again feeling for the gentle out and in motion. Not as big as the top of the chest probably, but still a definite, like a wave kind of feeling. Take one more deep breath here, feeling your side ribs spread out. And then as you exhale, release the hands. Alright, so again, talking about bringing the breath down, we're going to try a different position. We'll come lying down so we can feel more into the motion in the belly and the pressure that builds up with the breath. So move your block out of the way for now. We'll come lying on the belly. Bring the forearms to the front of the mat so that they're stacked, and rest the forehead on the arms or the hands. And as you breathe in this position, feel the pressure of the belly moving down into the mat. Just a few breaths to get the awareness of the motion. And then for the next few breaths, feel for actively reaching the belly button down to the floor. So there's a pressing down, using your breath through the abdomen. And you'll notice as you do that, the body lifts just a little bit. Couple more like that. One more deep inhale, spread your breath down towards the floor, press with the belly button. And as you exhale, slowly relax the belly once again. Move the hands and then roll over onto your back. You can have the legs straight out, or maybe have the feet on the floor, knees point up if there's anything going on in the low back. So lying on our back, we want to feel into the back plane of the body with the breath. So as we breathe in, the side ribs are moving out, the belly is expanding forwards, but what's going on the back plane? So take a deep breath and draw your attention to the contact your back has with the floor. Again, it'll be a little more difficult to feel into if you're not used to this kind of breath. So if you start to feel a little bit of motion in one specific area, then really focus your attention there for the next couple of inhales and exhales. You'll feel the back ribs spread out against the floor as you breathe in. As you exhale, they'll soften and recede back just a little. One more deep inhale. Exhale, relax. And slowly roll over to one side. Come up to a seated position. So that kind of whole body breath is something that we want to aim to stay connected with, but it's not something that comes too naturally to everyday life. So it'll feel pretty strange to begin with, and if you lose awareness of it, then don't worry, because it's something that does take quite a fair bit of practice. But that's what we're aiming for. Alright, let's start off with a very simple seated twist, just to warm up the torso a little bit more. So come to a cross-legged position. Again, if you feel like the thighs are too high up, or there's any tension around the hip flexors, sit yourself up on a block. The right hand comes just behind the line of the body, not too far back. Have it close enough so that the chest stays upright. Left hand reaches up. Feel as though the fingers stretch open to the sky so that the side body extends. As you exhale, take the back of the left hand to the back of the right thigh. If you can't quite get the hand there, just rest it on top. Feel for keeping the chin in line with the middle of the chest. So we don't want to start to crane the neck just yet. And use the time in this pose to, again, reconnect to that kind of full chest breath. And feel how the sensation's a little bit different now that we're in a twist. One more deep breath here, feel your side ribs, your belly all expand. And as you exhale, slowly come back towards the centre. And then switch the cross of the legs, so the opposite shin is in front now. Left hand behind the line of the body, again not too far away, keep upright. Right hand, inhale, extends up, spread the ribs, and exhale, back of right hand, back of left thigh, or hand rests on top. Again, chin stays in line with the middle of the chest. Having the chin neutral like this is a little bit of a forest yoga thing. Sometimes when we're more warmed up towards the end of a class, we might start to extend the neck as well. Again, take the chance to feel back into that expansive breath. And try and notice if it feels any different on this side versus the last one. Two more really deep, slow breaths. Feel everything there is to feel in this position. How the ribs expand, how the belly expands. And then exhale, slowly come back to centre. And we'll come for a side bend. So right hand down on the floor, in line with the right hip. You can lean over to the right just a little so you've got some support, but don't let the hips roll up. You want to keep the sit bones pressing down. Deep breath in, left hand reaches up. And as you exhale, reach the left hand over towards the right. So the goal isn't really to get the chest as low down as possible. The goal is to extend up and away from the left side of the hip. So we're opening up the side body. Have your neck somewhere that is comfortable, not strained. In forest yoga, we like to avoid craning the neck too much. So we'll tend to keep the chin either in line with the middle of the chest, or we might relax the ear down to the bottom shoulder. And you'll feel a little opening across the neck as well. Try both positions, figure out what works best for you today, because that's all that really matters. Let's take one more breath here, spread open the side body. And then to come out, press the right hand, lift the chest, lower the left hand, excuse me. And then switch sides. Switch the cross of the legs once again. Left hand in line with the left hip. Lean over slightly, right hand reaches towards the sky. Keep the right hip pressed down. And exhale, lean over. Use your breath to feel as though the ribs on the right side spread apart, like you're opening up an accordion. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. So the shoulder blades move down away from the ears. Couple more deep inhales there. Keep reaching gently through the top fingertips. And then when you're ready to come out, use your inhale to press the left hand, straighten up the chest, lower the right. Give the shoulders a gentle roll forwards and backwards a couple of times. Move your block out of the way. Come standing at the front of your mat. Grab both blocks if you have them. If you've only got one block, you can get away with placing it down in the middle of your mat. We're going to use this to give us a little bit of height, just so that we're not overstretching the hamstrings straight away. So we'll go in front of the mat, around about feet width. So your feet are going to be about hip width. Relax the shoulders. We'll go through a half salutation, and we like to do this at the start to warm up the thighs, the hamstrings, the legs, build up a little bit of heat. So relax the shoulders. Take an inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky, lengthen the crown of the head up. And as you exhale, slowly start to fold forward. You can bend the knees as much as you need to for the hamstrings. Mine are a little bit tight today, so I'll bend them a bit. Relax the back of the head. This is forward fold. We'll come into a halfway lift. So take a deep breath. Hands stay on the blocks and they press slightly so that you can lift the chest. And again, the chin is relaxed so that the neck isn't strained. On your next exhale, fold forward once again. Deep inhale, press strongly through the hands and feet, slowly straighten up, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands down. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale, take the hands up, spread your fingers and toes. And exhale, fold forwards. Belly comes in slightly, relax the back of the neck. Again, keep your hamstrings as bent as you need to soften the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift, press through the hands, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward. One more strong inhale, press the hands and feet, slowly straighten up through the body, hands reach to the sky again. And exhale, hands to heart. One more, inhale, hands up. Spread your ribs, lift the crown of the head up, press through the feet. And exhale, fold forwards, hands to the blocks. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, halfway lift, press the hands, reach the collarbones forwards, aiming to get a long flat back. And exhale, fold forwards once again. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, straighten up, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands down. Okay, give the shoulders a quick little roll forwards and back. You're going to swing the hips side to side just a little. And just notice how the backs of the legs feel. Often when I start my own practice, I'll keep the knees bent a fair bit, and then as I get warmer and warmer, I can start to straighten them. So you feel for easing yourself into the shapes. Don't go all the way straight away. Let's move on to a couple of standing postures. So this pose is called Warrior One. So it's probably something that people are pretty aware of. It's like a fairly classical yoga pose. So I'll show you side on, and then I'll show you face on, so you can see what it looks like from both directions. So you don't need the blocks for this, put them to one side for now. Step the left leg forward and the right leg comes back. Feet are something like 1 meter apart. The front toes point straight ahead, the back toes are angled just a little. And give yourself enough width to accommodate the range of motion you have in your hips. So some people can take the feet more in line, I can't do that. You just have to work with what your body feels good in. Front knee is bent. Try and get the knee above the toes. Don't let the knee sink in, because it'll tweak the joint just a little. And then typically we take the hands up towards the sky. To come out, I like to inhale, reach the fingers up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, lower the arms, and step forwards. So I'll show you that again from the front, and then I'll talk us through it once more together. Left leg forward, right leg back, about 1 meter apart. Front toes forwards, back toes a little angle. Feet wide enough for your hips, and sink the weight forwards, bend the front knee. Deep breath, hands up. And use your exhale to soften the shoulder blades down. So just because the hands are up doesn't mean we want to take everything up towards the ears. Feel for maintaining space. Reach through the front knee. Press the back foot down into the mat. It's a pretty active pose. And then to come out, straighten the front leg, lower the arms. Back leg steps forward. Let's do the other side. So right leg stays forward now, left leg comes back. Again, feet about 1 meter apart. Toes, front toes forwards, back toes slightly angled. Bend your front knee. And as you inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, soften the shoulder blades down, sink the front knee. Again, check out the angle of the knee. If it's dropped in slightly, bring it back in line with the toes. Couple breaths here. Coming back to the expansive breath, spreading your ribs. And then to come out, straighten the front leg, lower the arms, step the back leg forward. Nice. Warrior One. Right, our next pose is called Pyramid. So you might need the blocks for this, but again I'll show you it side on and then head on so that you can see both angles. Blocks will be in the same position as they were for the half salutation. The feet are really similar to Warrior One, so the left leg is forward, right leg is back. Again about 1 meter, front toes forward, back toes angled slightly. And you can play with the length. So some people like to come quite long, some people like to come quite narrow. You'll figure out the optimal foot position for you after a few tries. So the hips aren't going to be square here because of the position of the feet. We do want to have a strong press through the toes so that the foot is nice and steady. Front leg stays straight now. Inhale, take the hands towards the sky. As you exhale, we're going to lean forwards and then take the hands down to the blocks.
and relax the back of the neck. To come out, take a deep breath, press the hands to lift the chest. Exhale, strong press to the front foot, lift up, lower the arms, step the back leg forwards. Once again, head on, just setting up the blocks, just figuring out where you can see one there. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Front toes point forwards, back toes angled slightly, straight front leg. Inhale, take the hands towards the sky. Really feel like you're lengthening the body upwards. Feel the stretch in your side ribs. And as you exhale, slowly come forwards. Hands come down to the blocks. Don't get too obsessed with how low you can get the chest. It doesn't really matter initially. Focus on getting something that feels steady and right. Keep the back of the neck relaxed. Press strongly through the feet and hands. And then to come out, inhale, press through the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, press through the feet, straighten up. Step the right leg forward, lower down. Let's do the other side. The right leg stays forward now, left leg back. Again, back toes at an angle, front toes forwards. Feel for how wide and how long is going to be comfortable. As you get more experience with the shapes, you can start to come a little deeper if you wish. Deep breath, press through the feet, hands up. Exhale, start to lean forwards, reach through the fingertips, and take the fingers to the floor. All the blocks, all the front leg. Keep the back straight, feeling for length through the chest. Still pressing strongly through the feet. And then to come out, inhale, press the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, press through the feet, lift all the way up. And step the front leg forward, lower the arms. Pyramid. The next pose is a little bit of a twist. So this is called easy twisting triangle. And again, the setup for the feet is really similar. We're essentially going to start off in pyramid and then adjust ourselves slightly into a twist. So again, I'll show you side on and then we'll do it together face on. Blocks are down. Left foot forward, right foot back. Same setup for the toes. Inhale, reach the hands up. Press through the feet, lift through the chest. And as you exhale, slowly start to lean forwards, hands to the blocks. Relax the back of the neck. The right hand is going to stay on the block. Take an inhale, press through the feet, press through the right hand. As you exhale, the left hand lifts up towards the sky. It might be a little bit much to have the hand lifted, so if it's better for your shoulder, you can rest it on the waist. And again, in forest, we like to keep the neck soft or relaxed, so either chin stays in line with sternum, or neck relaxes completely, right ear to right shoulder. To come out on an exhale, left hand down to the block. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, stand all the way up. Right, let's do that together, face on. So blocks either side of the front foot, left leg forward, right leg back. Strong press through the feet, inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, start to lean forwards, pull the belly button in, take the hands down to the blocks. Take a breath here to adjust. You might feel like you need to move the blocks a little bit. And then take a deep breath, press through the feet, press the right hand. As you exhale, left shoulder starts to come up, left hand to the sky, or resting on the waist. Easy twisting triangle. Keep the feet engaged towards the mat. Still connected to your deep breath. And then to come out, exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, press to stand up. And then switch sides. So right leg forward, left leg back. Press through the feet, inhale, hands up. Start to fold forwards, take the hands down towards the blocks. Relax the neck, take a breath here, make any little adjustments that you need if you feel like your foot isn't quite straight or the blocks are too far forward. Deep breath, press through the feet, press the left hand. As you exhale, right hand reaches up towards the sky, chest rolls open, or rest right hand on the waist. Again, relax the neck. You stay with that deep belly breath. The more that you breathe deeply, the more sensation you'll be able to uptake from each posture. So come out, exhale, right hand down to the block. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, press up straight. Left leg steps forward. And now we're back at the top of the mat. Alright, so often in vinyasa styles, so things like Ashtanga or Forest, we like to link things together in a bit of a flowing sequence. So we'll take those three poses and then we will do one after the other. So we'll flow from one pose into the other. So I'll show you side on and then we'll do it together face on, maybe once or twice a side. So again, probably keep the blocks where they are. Left leg comes forward, right leg back, warrior one. Front toes forward, back toes at an angle. Inhale, take the hands to the sky, sink the front knee forwards. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg, start to lower the arms down towards the blocks. Pyramid. Easy twisting triangle, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, left hand towards the sky. Inhale, left hand down. And press to stand up. So that's what it looks like. I'll turn face on so you can see from a different angle and let's go through it together. So start off with your left leg forward, right leg back. Front toes point straight ahead, back toes slight angle. Inhale for warrior one, bend the front knee, take the hands to the sky. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Deep breath, straighten the front leg, reach the fingers to the sky. As you exhale, pull belly button in, take the hands down to the blocks, full pyramid. Feel your belly press into the left thigh as you breathe really deeply. Easy twisting triangle. Inhale, press through the feet and the right hand. Exhale, left hand reaches up. Neck neutral, all relaxed. Exhale, left hand lowers. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press all the way. Come back in for another round. Deep breath, bend the front knee, hands to the sky. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Deep breath, straighten the front leg, reach the fingers up. Exhale, bend forwards for pyramid, hands to the blocks. Take an inhale, lift the chest, press the hands, press the feet as you exhale, left hand reaches up towards the sky. Relax the neck. On your next exhale, left hand comes down. Deep breath, lift the chest. Exhale, press through the front leg to straighten up. Right leg steps forward. So 2 more rounds on the other side now. So left leg steps back. Same setup again. Front toes forward, back toes at an angle. Inhale, hands up, warrior one. Bend the front knee. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, reach the fingers, straighten the front leg. And slowly fold forwards, pull the belly in. Pyramid. Easy twisting triangle. Deep breath, press through the hands, press the feet. And as you exhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky, chest rolls to the right. As you breathe here, feel for reaching the top fingers up, spreading open your collarbones. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, press through the hands and the feet to straighten up. One more round. Deep breath, warrior one. Bend the front knee, hands up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Deep inhale, straighten the front leg. Fingers reach to the sky. And as you exhale, start to lean forwards. Pyramid, hands to the blocks. Relax the neck. Easy twisting triangle. Deep breath, press the feet, press the hands. As you exhale, right arm reaches up. Still have the option to rest the right hand on the waist. Chest rolls open to the right. Your next exhale, right hand down to the block. Inhale, press the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, strong press through the front leg to straighten up. Back leg steps forwards. Take a breath here and feel, there might be a little bit of heat that you've generated in your body. You might be able to feel a little bit more space around your muscles or joints. You sometimes like to take a resting pose after a little sequence to feel the energy that we've shifted through the body. Alright, come down to the mat. Let's finish off with a forward fold. We'll come into a asana, also called butterfly pose. The feet will be soles touching, feet on the floor, and then the heels come in towards the groin just enough so that you feel a little opening through the groin and the inner thighs. Now, if you look at the side, when I'm in this pose, I'm quite rounded in the back because I have some tightness around the low back area. If you're the same, then you'll just sit on a block, same as we did at the start. And that gives you a little bit more space to have a straight back, and then the thighs rest down a little more easily. So if you feel like a prop would help you be in the pose more comfortably, then always go for that. Soles of the feet press in, take the hands to the ankles. As you inhale, lift the chest up, long through the side body. And exhale, slowly lean forwards. You don't have to come very far before you start to feel the sensation. And keep the hands on the ankles, or you might want to take them a little further forward, up to you. Keep the soles of the feet pressing in, spread the toes. Breathe really deeply. Feel the expansion in your chest. Feel the opening through the legs and the groin. And then when you're ready to come out, take a deep inhale, spread open the chest. Exhale, hands press, walk back towards the waist so that you're sat up straight. Use the hands to help the thighs together, so you're not stressing the muscles. And come off your block. So the last pose in any class is Shavasana. I saw quite a funny yoga meme though. So Shavasana is often described as like the most important pose, where going through all this physical activity just to prepare us to lie down and absorb all of the goodness that we've worked through the practice. So this comedian was on about, we say it's the most important pose in yoga, that's why we only do it once at the end of the class. Some places do it in the middle as well, which is quite nice. It looks quite simple. We're basically lying back on the mat. The things that you should be aware of when you come to lie down are having enough space so that your legs can relax out. As we lie back, the shoulder blades come down the spine so that the chest is nice and open. And if you feel like the pelvis is in a weird position, so the belly lifts and there's an arch in the low back, then tuck the tuck the bum under, and then lengthen the legs out. So you want to feel very relaxed and very open in this shape. Arms either side. Take a few deep breaths. Again, feel your back body spread into the floor. Feel your chest and your stomach lift to the sky. And each time you exhale, notice how much more relaxed you become. So we're letting go of the leftover tension in the body each time we exhale. And then we simply spend a few moments in this position, letting go of our intentionally deep breath. Come back to your normal breath rhythm. Feel into all of the good that you've done with your practice. And just allow yourself to marinate in that energy that you've moved. And start to take a deep breath. Slowly draw your attention back towards your body, all the physical sensations in it. And give the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles a little wiggle. And then once you feel ready, gently roll over onto one side. Almost in like a fetal position. Take a breath or two here. And then keeping a relaxed neck, use your hands against the floor to press yourself back up to a seated position. And we pick the head up last. We're really obsessed with relaxed necks in forest yoga. Come back to a comfortable seat. Sit yourself on a block if that's going to help. And notice the breath once again. Feel the rise in the chest, the expansion in your belly. Notice if the quality of your attention is different. Is there more space mentally? Are you a little bit more quiet in the mind? And try and stay connected and aware to the breath that you have for the rest of the day. So that you can take these gifts of your own practice off the mat and into the rest of the world. Thank you for joining me for the practice today. It's a privilege to be in these spaces with you all. Drink lots of water, keep breathing deeply, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.